It's Tuesday, December 30th. A couple from Gatineau found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau facing a fare bump in the new year.
It's so fun. There's like great opportunities and you can make new friends, and the hockey festival and trading pins. It's so fun.
The Bell Capital Cup enters its third day today. We check in with General Manager Mark Slubin. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now. Good morning and come on in. Happy Tuesday. I'm Rosie Edda. Will and Melissa, they are away for the rest of the year. All right, we're going to talk about the forecast in just a minute, but first off, I just want to say if you're waking up, watching our show, thank you so much. Before you head outside, just be warned, it is very cold outside. We'll get to your full forecast in just a minute, but right now we're going to begin with today's top stories. Now, we have the latest on a couple from Gatineau who were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Local media reports say 55-year-old Alain Noel and 56-year-old Christine Sauvé were found dead in a resort in Villarriva. In a social media post, Sauvé's brother, Gilles Sauvé Jr., says the couple died during the night of December 25th and said the family was waiting for more answers about the deaths. The cause of death is unknown. In a statement to CTV News, Global Affairs Canada says it is aware of 2 Canadian citizens who died in the Dominican Republic, adding that Canadian officials are providing assistance and communicating with local authorities to obtain more information. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. OC Transpo fares will increase an average of 2.5% as of January 1st. The cost of a monthly adult transit pass will go up to $138.50, and a single adult cash fare will increase to $4.15. Equipass and community monthly passes will remain the same as 2025 rates. And as of the 1st, the cost of an adult monthly transit pass with Gatineau's STO will go up to $116.50, and a cash fare for the STO will increase to $475 in 2026. The City of Ottawa is marking an important milestone. It has been over 15 years since green bins have been put to the curb in the city. The program was introduced in January 2010 as an effort to divert tons of residential organic waste from going into the city's landfill. According to the city, more than 87,000 tons of curbside organic waste was collected last year.
And I think people would be surprised to know that things like cotton balls and dryer lint, barbecue ash, paper towel, food soiled pizza boxes, there's a long list of things that can go into the program. And so by keeping organics out of the landfill, we're really helping with our greenhouse gas emissions reductions.
The city says in 2026 there will be a new green bin campaign, and results of a recent curbside study will be released that gauges how many people are using the bin. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers the dangers of removing your airbags after a driver involved in a crash on the 417 made an unconventional change to their steering wheel. OPP posting these photos to social media showing a damaged wooden steering wheel inside the vehicle. Police said the driver removed the airbag-equipped steering wheel and replaced it with an aftermarket wheel. While police say it is illegal to remove your airbags from your vehicle, the driver was not charged. A teacher in Brockville is facing charges in connection with a sexual assault investigation with allegations dating back more than a decade. Police say the alleged incidents involved a male student and took place between 2008 and 2011. 49-year-old Elizabeth Doncaster is charged with sexual assault, sexual interference, invitation to sexual touching and sexual exploitation. A court date has been set for the new year. And in a statement, the Upper Canada District School Board said when the UCDSB is made aware of allegations such as these, we immediately take appropriate precautions and remove the employee from the school and from working with students. Student safety is always our top priority. New data by Stats Canada suggests coffee drinkers across Canada might be dishing out more money to make a fresh cup of joe. The numbers show Canadian shoppers paid almost 28% more for coffee at grocery stores in November compared to last year. It's a new reality for the nation's coffee industry as the price of unroasted coffee beans continues to rise. Experts say the blame could go to things like climate change, crop diseases, and even drought. FIFA is defending the cost of ticket prices for the upcoming World Cup.
It finances football in the entire world. Without FIFA, there would be no football in 150 countries in the world. The World Cup.
The president says the high prices are a reflection of the demand by fans to watch the games, adding that 6 to 7 million tickets are on sale compared to the 150 million requests for tickets by fans from across the world. Fan groups have slammed ticket prices, which have been more costly at times compared to the 2022 World Cup. A German town was transformed into a terrifying fantasy land for an old tradition. Okay, check that out. People dress up as devils, witches, and other mythical beings for the horror run to ward off evil spirits and winter. The celebration marks Tough Night, the 12 days between Christmas and the Christian feast day, Epiphany. Yeah, that looks pretty scary. No doubt about that. Trying to bring some warmth there, adding the flames. We're going to need a little bit of warmth here. We're talking about the forecast right now, and temperatures are well below our seasonal average, especially after that system just blew through yesterday, bringing us some freezing rain. Why don't we get into it, talk about how things are shaping up for us. So here are current temperatures. Pembroke, -15, -11 in Montreal and Cornwall, sitting at -12 in Brockville, and currently in Ottawa, we're at -13. But it feels a lot colder than that because we've got some gusty wind that we're going to have to deal with throughout the day. Plenty of cloud coverage, as you can see with our radar satellite. That's what we'll have to deal with throughout the day. We'll get a few peeks of the sun, but mostly cloudy for today. Now, that system that came through yesterday, bringing us some freezing drizzle, freezing rain, and some flurries, you can see there, it's just starting to move off toward the east, bringing with it plenty of snow in through New York City and beyond. But for us, we're pretty much done with precipitation. We have a slight chance of a few flurries into the later part of the afternoon for us today. But if you are traveling to New York City, you might want to check your flight. There's some inclement weather there. It is going to be very windy today. We'll have gusts at times up to about 50, possibly 60 kilometers per hour. Behind that low pressure system, we've got this colder air mass that's moving in, bringing with it, of course, colder temperatures and strong winds. We can expect that throughout the day today. So here is our regional forecast. Expected high today in Ottawa, just about -11. So normally we should get to about -6. We will not be there today. Pembroke looking for a high of -12, -9, the forecast high in Brockville, and Kingston, Trenton expecting a high of -7. And we're moving on over to Mont Tremblant looking for a high of -12, -10 in Montreal. And into Kittigan-Zibi, -13, the forecast high. So all around the region, temperatures well below our seasonal average. So we've got mostly cloudy sky today, slight chance of a few flurries, very cold, -11, but it's going to feel closer to -20 when you factor in the strong winds that we can expect throughout the day today. Wind gusts up to about 50 kilometers per hour. Wednesday, cloudy, -10. The Arctic air continues in through Thursday, minus 13, the forecast high on Thursday. That would be New Year's Day. Hello, 2026. And then Friday looks like we got some sunshine to look forward to. Still cold, a high of minus 9 into the weekend, minus 11 on Saturday, minus 8 for you on Sunday. All right, let's check out the traffic. And really, as you can expect on early Tuesday morning, that holiday week, we're not looking at much in the way of traffic right now. But as you can see, their roads are still a little bit wet, a little bit slick. So if you do have to head out today, you want to give yourself plenty of time to get from point A to point B. Now let's check out TSN's must-see moment.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. We are taking a trip to the World Junior Hockey Championship. It is Czechia and Finland. This is an overtime where Adam Jiricek, possibly early candidate for goal of the tournament. Look at this, goes between the legs, upstairs. That's an awesome play. Avoids the poke check, scoring the game winner for Czechia. The 16th overall pick by the Blues in 2024. One of the all-time great World Junior goals. That's real pretty, and that right there, your must-see moment from Monday. And our coverage of the World Juniors continues today on TSN, beginning with a crucial relegation battle between Germany and Switzerland. Coverage of that game begins at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. It's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a terrific Tuesday.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, the Bell Capital Cup wrapped up day 2 yesterday. CTV's Dylan Dyson tells us about the journeys of some of the teams that they've taken to be here for the tournament. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. You are watching Your Morning Ottawa. It's a cold start to your day. We're at minus 13, feeling more like minus 22 with the wind chill. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. A couple from Gatineau were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. And for all the coffee drinkers, new data by Stats Canada shows you might be paying more money to make a fresh cup of joe. Now let's check out the forecast. It is going to be cold out there today. We might get a chance of flurries in through the afternoon, but check out the temperatures. It's going to get to just about minus 10, minus 11. That's about as warm as it's going to get. But the story here is the wind. We'll have gusts up to about 50 kilometers per hour. So that minus 10, minus 11 high that we will reach today, it'll feel closer to about minus 22. So don't forget the scarf before you head out today. And taking a look at your traffic, no issues on the roads, no major slowdowns, just a little bit slick out there. So you want to give yourself plenty of time to get from point A to point B. The Bell Capital Cup wrapped up day 2 yesterday with teams from across the world coming to Ottawa to compete. CTV's Dylan Dyson shares the journeys some of these teams have taken to be here for the tournament.
11-year-old Henry Jung comes by his hockey talent honestly.
So I started because I live very near to the ice rink, and I first started ice skating. And then my mom signed me up for ice hockey, and then I was pretty good.
Good enough to lead his Greater Bay Lions team from Hong Kong onto the ice at the Bell Capital Cup.
It's so fun. There's great opportunities, and you can make new friends, and the hockey festival and trading pins. It's so fun.
Hockey isn't very popular in Hong Kong, but still, they wanted to be one of 284 teams competing in this year's tournament.
It's got a good reputation across, not just in Canada and Ottawa, but all around the world. Teams come to this tournament, and they go back home, and they tell their friends, and their friends tell friends.
This is very good to see this kind of hockey festival and so many teams and so many players and the parents are coming together and they enjoy the game. This is amazing, and we want to do the same thing in Korea in the future.
With the sport gaining traction in South Korea, this team has been coming to the Bell Capital Cup for 10 years now, starting in House League and climbing to the AA division.
Well, we are better than USA and Canada.
It's not as difficult as I would expect it, but of course there are good teams here, and we're not the best team in the world, but we try to improve every year and continue to participate and continue to move up to the different division.
The title of Canada's game up for grabs.
Obviously, they don't have as many players playing hockey in their country, but they still get the top players of their age group making up a lot of these teams.
We have players from all over Kazakhstan, 5 different cities, 7 different clubs.
Because here, winning is a universal language.
We're the champion.
So exciting. Love that story. Okay, so with that story in mind, coming up later in the show, we're going to be hearing from General Manager Mark Slubin on what's in store for Day 3. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. A very cold start to your day. We're sitting at -13. Factor in the wind chill. It feels more like -25 right now on your Tuesday. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa, and we will be right back. Back to Your Morning Ottawa, and today on our show we are talking to you, and we want to find out if you found a new spot, because there is a newly opened rock climbing spot, and I visit that spot, so you can't wait. You do not want to miss my little visit to this new rock climbing spot. So on today's show, we're asking for your comments on what's your favorite new spot in Ottawa and why. Let us know your thoughts. Email us at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. We're going to be hearing from you a little bit later on in the show, and you can send us your comments. If you found a new really cool spot, maybe, I don't know, maybe a great coffee shop or a great activity spot. Like I said, I found a new rock climbing spot. Now, it's called bouldering if you don't use a harness, and that's what I did. And it's an amazing space. You can do some rock climbing, some bouldering, and then there's also a fitness center and a cafe. Cannot wait to share that with you. So let us know, what is your favorite new spot in Ottawa? That's what we're asking. And you can let us know. Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, last-minute party planners. Don't fret. You're good. Christian Dare shares his top tips on how to throw the perfect New Year's Eve party at home. We'll be right back.
The most important part of any journey is to arrive safely. Hi, I'm Patricia Bowl.
And I'm Stefan Keys from CTV. Distracted or impaired driving can have devastating consequences.
Hey, it's Ashley.
And Gord from Ottawa's Pure Country 94.
Always plan for a designated driver, and please keep your phone down.
Everyone can help keep communities safe.
Drive safe. Brought to you by the Ottawa Safety Council. For more information on road safety programs and services, visit ottawasafetycouncil.ca.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sanaya Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville.
Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barrhaven.
From every corner of the community.
In the Glebe.
Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville. From the team you trust, we are CTV News, Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News, Ottawa.
Pure Country 94, Ottawa's country music station. Pure access to the biggest stars and the hottest songs. After all the bars are closed. Download the free iHeartRadio app to listen to Pure Country everywhere.
Good morning. Come on in. Happy Tuesday. I'm Rosie Ed. As you can see, I'm flying solo today. Will and Melissa are both away today. Listen, before you head outside today, if you got to do some last-minute Christmas Eve, well, not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve shopping, it is very cold out there. It looks beautiful. Isn't that a gorgeous shot of downtown Ottawa? But very cold. Right now we're sitting at -13. Get this, with the wind chill, it feels more like -25 out there. So it is a very cold start to your day. We've got this Arctic air mass that's just going to push in and hover over our region for the next few days. So temperatures are going to be well below our seasonal average. Right now, this time of year, we should be at -6, but we're not going to really get close to that for the next few days. So you are forewarned. We've got more details on your forecast. But first off, we're going to talk about today's top stories. We begin today with the latest on a couple from Gatineau who were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Local media reports say 55-year-old Alain Noel and 56-year-old Christine Sauvé were found dead in a resort in Villa Riva. According to a family member, the couple died on December 25th. The cause of death is under investigation. Global Affairs Canada says it is aware of 2 Canadian citizens who died in the Dominican Republic, adding that Canadian officials are providing consular assistance and communicating with local authorities to obtain more information. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. OC Transpo fares will increase an average of 2.5% as of January 1st. The cost of a monthly adult transit pass will go up to $138.50, and a single adult cash fare will increase to $4.15. The Equipass and Community monthly passes will remain the same as 2025 rates. And as of the 1st, the cost of an adult monthly transit pass with Gatineau's STO will go up to $116.50, and the cash fare for the STO will increase to $475 in 2026. The City of Ottawa is marking an important milestone. It has been over 15 years since green bins have been put to the curb in the city. The program was introduced in January 2010 as an effort to divert tons of residential organic waste from going into the city's landfill. According to the city, more than 87,000 tons of curbside organic waste was collected last year.
And I think people would be surprised to know that things like cotton balls and dryer lint, barbecue ash, paper towel, food soiled pizza boxes, there's a long list of things that can go into the program. And so by keeping organics out of the landfill, we're really helping with our greenhouse gas emissions reductions.
The city says in 2026 there will be a new green bin campaign, and results of a recent curbside study will be released that gauges how many people are using the bin. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers the dangers of removing your airbags after a driver involved in a crash on the 417 made an unconventional change to their steering wheel. OPP posting these photos to social media showing a damaged wooden steering wheel inside the vehicle. Police said the driver removed the airbag-equipped steering wheel and replaced it with an aftermarket wheel. While police say it is illegal to remove your airbags from your vehicle, the driver was not charged. A teacher in Brockville is facing charges in connection with a sexual assault investigation with allegations dating back more than a decade. Police say the alleged incidents involved a male student and took place between 2008 and 2011. 49-year-old Elizabeth Doncaster is charged with sexual assault, sexual interference, invitation to sexual touching, and sexual exploitation. A court date has been set for the new year. And in a statement, the Upper Canada District School Board said when the UCDSB is made aware of allegations such as these, we immediately take appropriate precautions and remove the employee from the school and from working with students. Student safety is always our top priority. FIFA is defending the cost of tickets for the upcoming World Cup.
Finances football in the entire world. Without FIFA, there would be no football in 150 countries in the world. The World Cup.
The president says the high prices are a reflection of the demand by fans to watch the games, adding that 6 to 7 million tickets are on sale compared to the 150 million requests for tickets by fans from across the world. Fan groups have slammed ticket prices, which have been more costly at times compared to the 2022 World Cup. New data by StatsCan suggested coffee drinkers across Canada might be dishing out more money to make a fresh cup of joe. The numbers show Canadian shoppers paid almost 28% more for coffee at grocery stores in November compared to last year. It's a new reality for the nation's coffee industry as the price of unroasted coffee beans continues to rise. Experts say the blame could go to things like climate change, crop diseases, and even drought. The Ontario SPCA is celebrating a major milestone.
We want to say thank you so much to our community. Thank you to our teams, to our supporters, to our doctors, for helping us meet this incredible adoption goal this holiday season.
The organization says it met its Home for the Holidays adoption campaign goal, helping more than 500 animals find homes across the province. The campaign focused on finding families for animals of all ages, including senior pets. The SPCA says 688 animals were placed in new homes, but is also encouraging those looking for a pet to consider adoption. That is always a good thing. That is wonderful news. Okay, so if you like a white Christmas and a white holiday season, you are happy about this weather forecast. If you don't like super cold temperatures, you may not be too pleased with what I'm about to present to you. All right, let's get into it and talk about the forecast. And we are looking at pretty strong winds throughout the day. We'll have wind gusts up to about 50, maybe even 60 kilometers per hour for us this morning into the afternoon. This afternoon, slight chance we'll get a few flurries. This whole week, yeah, it's going to be cold. Why don't we get into it? Break apart what's happening here with our forecast. So we're looking at current temperatures, and you'll see pretty cold out there, minus 12 in Trenton and Kingston and Brockville, sitting at minus 13 in Ottawa. Pembroke is at minus 15, and Montreal and Cornwall sitting at minus 11 for you right now. We've got mostly cloudy conditions. Expect that for the duration of the day. We'll have high cloud coverage in throughout the day and into the afternoon. You can see it there showing on the radar and satellite there. And so we had that system move through. It was an intense low-pressure system yesterday, producing quite a bit of precipitation in the form of that freezing rain and freezing drizzle. It's starting to move off, as you can tell there, through the east. Now, into New York City, if you happen to be traveling to New York City in throughout the eastern U.S., just be aware you might want to check your flight status because there is that system that brought us that precipitation is now moving in through that region, bringing with it high winds and plenty of snow as well. Okay, so for us here in Ottawa, we are expecting pretty cold temperatures. So we're sitting at minus 13 now. It's not going to get much warmer. We're expecting a high of minus 11. Okay. When you factor in the wind, and we are expecting gusty wind into the afternoon of about 50 kilometers per hour, it's going to feel a lot colder than that minus 11. So just be aware of that. I think your scarf, if you are heading outside, your scarf is going to be your best friend today. Cornwall sitting at expecting a high of minus 10. Brockville minus 9. And the hot spot of the day in Trenton, -7 for us today. And to Petawawa, -12. That's the high you can expect today. Mount Tremblant looking for a high of -12. Montreal getting up to -10. And now we'll take a look at the long-range forecast, and you can see here the cold weather will be with us for the next 7 days. We got that Arctic air mass pushing into the region that came in behind that system that brought us the freezing rain yesterday. Today, we're not expecting a lot in the form of precipitation. Might get a few flurries today. Looking for a high of -11. Factor in the wind, it's going to feel a lot colder than that. Now into Wednesday, New Year's Eve, we can expect cloudy sky, and yep, it's going to be cold. -10. Look at New Year's Eve night. -22. That's the low for tomorrow night. New Year's Day might get a few peaks of the sun, and we're looking at -13 down to -18. And then as we push into the new year, Friday, we're expecting sunny sky and a high of -9, and then back to the clouds into the weekend. -11 Saturday, -8 on Sunday. Might get a few flurries on Monday, looking for a high of -8 and a low of -12.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
Okay, so let's take a look at traffic. As you can probably expect, we're not looking at much in the way of slowdowns. The traffic seems to be moving quite nicely. Here we are at 6:38 on your Tuesday morning. Roads pretty clear out there, and no major slowdowns.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
If you have stayed up all night with a baby trying to do anything to get them to sleep, you know there is a wealth of tips and tricks online offering sleep advice for new parents. But experts warn you can't trust everything you read on social media. Strategies shared by influencers, AI chatbots, and even retailers can confuse parents and put babies at risk. CTV's Pat Foran explains.
Shayna Raphael's journey to become a sleep safety advocate began with a tragedy.
Claire's death absolutely was preventable.
Her daughter Claire died at daycare, sleeping on a soft mattress meant for adults.
Had she been in a safe sleep environment, had she been in the crib that we thought she was sleeping in, she would be here today.
Shayna set up a nonprofit in her daughter's name, the Claire Bear Foundation. She posts safety tips and answers questions on Instagram and TikTok. But not everyone on social media has safety as their top priority. Recent studies found more than 9 out of 10 infant sleep images shared on Instagram were unsafe based on long-established scientific safe sleep guidelines. This includes babies sleeping on their stomachs or with pillows, blankets, or stuffed animals.
Sometimes we have people giving information that is in direct contrast to what those specialists and experts are saying.
And Consumer Reports says it's not just influencers sharing unsafe sleep information. Some online retailers are sending mixed messages as well.
You might see a listing online for a baby lounger that says in the description, this is not safe for infant sleep. But next to that, you'll see a product photo with a sleeping baby in it. So which one of those is a sleep-deprived parent going to remember?
Another source of misinformation, AI chat programs sometimes recommend sleep solutions that have been linked to an increased risk of infant mortality.
Online tools like AI, search, and social media, they tend to give us the answers that we want to hear. And those might be different than what the evidence shows is actually safe.
Following safe sleep practices every night and for every nap can help keep your infant safe and prevent the risk of sleep-related deaths. Pat Foran, CTV News.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa. Don't let a plumbing problem ruin your holiday. We're going to tell you about the most common plumbing problems you can experience this season and how to avoid them. Here's a live look through our sky cam. A cold and windy start to your day. We're sitting at -13 right now. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa. Welcome back. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. A couple from Gatineau were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. And for all the coffee drinkers, new data by Stats Canada shows you might be paying more money to make a fresh cup of joe. Now let's check out the forecast. It's going to be a very cold day today. Here's a look at the next 3 days. Today, we're expecting a high of just -11. Chance of some flurries into the afternoon. And what that doesn't show you is the fact that it's going to be pretty windy out there. We'll have gusts up to about 50, maybe even 60 kilometers per hour at times in through the morning and the afternoon. So it's going to be pretty blustery out there. It's going to make that -11 feel a lot colder than that. It'll feel closer to about -20 degrees throughout the afternoon. Wednesday, cloudy and a high of just -10. And then even colder on Thursday, New Year's Day. We say hello, 2026. We get a few peaks of the sun on Thursday, and we're looking at a high of just -13, down to a low of -18. And checking out the traffic, we've got no major slowdowns on the roads. Things are moving very, very smoothly out there. But as you can see there, the road's pretty cold and pretty dry. But there are a few, maybe possibly some slick spots out there. So you want to get out there early if you do have to get from point A to point B, and give yourself plenty of time. Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we're taking you to a newly opened rock climbing spot. So on today's show, we asked for your comments on what's your favorite new spot in Ottawa and why. Here's what you had to say. Eric says, my new favorite spot in Ottawa is Barrio on Rideau Street. That is a great spot. The owner and chef also has a great restaurant called Raphael Peruvian Cuisine on Elgin Street. Well, thank you so much for that. Eric, that is a great suggestion. In fact, the whole team, when we started off with Will, when Will came on board and our new producer, we decided to all meet at Barrio way back in, what was it, the late spring, early summer, and it's such a vibrant, beautiful spot. I am with you on that. That is a great new spot. Love the coloring and the music and just the energy. The vibe there is top notch. Okay, Stefan says my new favorite spot is our Commons on Spark Street. Great vibe. Hey, now see, that's a new spot I got to go check out. Thank you for that, Stefan. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Oh, right. That is Paul Meek's new place there on Spark Street. I love that. Anything to bring even more life to the downtown core. That is wonderful. Hey, appreciate you all chiming in. We're talking about this. New hotspots in the city, new places that you have discovered. You got to share them with us. We want you to chime in. Give us your comments. Let us know. What's your favorite new spot in Ottawa and why? Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Coming up later on Your Morning Ottawa, the Canada Strong Pass has relaunched from now until January 15th, and we tell you how you can enjoy your winter break at 3 of the top museums in Ottawa. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. Cold start to your day. We got so much more to go on the show. Stick around. We got a lot coming up after the break. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. It is time now for your morning fix, and we begin with a unique way to celebrate the holidays. Okay, so you might be wondering what's going on here. Every December, people living in the town of Ibi in Valencia In the Valencia region of Spain, throw flowers and eggs at each other. A group of men dress up and stage a fake military coup armed with eggs, flour, and firecrackers, imposing silly rules on the residents, and they ask for taxes and levy fines for breaking the rules. The money goes to charity. They've done this every year for more than 2 centuries now, and it happens on the Spanish equivalent of April Fool's Day. So at first you're like, what's happening? And then you go, oh, it's good fun, and it's for charity, so it's all good. Okay, next up, the UK is gearing up for New Year's Eve by getting Big Ben ready for his moment. Three clockmakers are employed full-time at the Palace of Westminster in London to keep Big Ben running, well, like clockwork. And New Year's Eve is their busiest night. They're actually on duty that night right at the top of the Elizabeth Tower, making sure the first sound of the bell is precisely at midnight. Big Ben's midnight chimes are broadcast throughout the UK to mark the beginning of the new year. That's a beautiful sight and a gorgeous clock as well. Not a bad job either. Okay, finally, Elf on the Shelf may have gone back to the North Pole, but gnomes are here to stay.
It was almost like a challenge. It was like, what can we do next to try to make the gnome famous?
Gnome on the Roam is a social media sensation in Riverview, New Brunswick. Neighbors Liz and Fred have been dragging the 2.5-foot Christmas tree around town for the past month. The gnome has visited the bowling alley, the fire hall, and a pizza place, bringing smiles to the community. Yeah, gnome on the roam. Oh, look at him, there he is. Oh, making what's that? Pizza too, there you go. Gnome's checking out the pizza, and now gnome's on the porch. I'm loving that. Love that community spirit. That is so much fun. Okay, coming up in the next hour, we've got Christian Dare. He shares his top tips on how to throw the perfect New Year's Eve party at home. W.O. Stinson & Son tells us how we can properly humidify the inside of our homes this season, because at times it can be so dry. You've got the heaters on and that static electricity kicks up. Well, they'll be here to talk about how you can avoid that. And the Canada Strong Pass has relaunched from now until January 15th, and we tell you how you can enjoy your winter break at 3 of the top museums in Ottawa. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. A beautiful early morning shot there, Parliament Hill. It's just gorgeous, but it is really cold out there. Right now we're sitting at -13. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa.
The most important part of any journey is to arrive safely. Hi, I'm Patricia Bowl.
And I'm Stefan Keys from CTV. Distracted or impaired driving can have devastating consequences.
Hey, it's Ashley.
And Gord from Ottawa's Pure Country 94.
Always plan for a designated driver, and please keep your phone down.
Everyone can help keep communities safe.
Drive safe. Brought to you by the Ottawa Safety Council. For more information on road safety programs and services, visit ottawasafetycouncil.ca.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford,
Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
It's Tuesday, December 30th. A couple from Gatineau found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau facing a fare bump in the new year.
It's so fun. There's like great opportunities and you can make new friends, and the hockey festival and trading pins. It's so fun.
The Bell Capital Cup enters its third day today. We check in with General Manager Mark Slubin. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda, and I'm flying solo today. Melissa and Will, they're away for the rest of the year. We're so glad that you can join us. Listen, starting off the day, it is going to be very cold, so just know this, that you probably want to make your scarf your best friend. We're sitting at -13 right now, but we have a gusty wind, and that'll be with us throughout the day. And right now it feels more like -25 when you factor in the wind chill. I've got your full weather forecast coming up in the next few minutes. But first off, let's get to today's top stories. We begin today with the latest on a couple from Gatineau who were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Local media reports say 55-year-old Alain Noel and 56-year-old Christine Sauvé were found dead in a resort in Villa Riva. According to a family member, the couple died on December 25th. The cause of death is under investigation. Global Affairs Canada says it is aware of 2 Canadian citizens who died in the Dominican Republic, adding that Canadian officials are providing consular assistance and communicating with local authorities to obtain more information. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. OC Transpo fares will increase an average of 2.5% as of January 1st. The cost of a monthly adult transit pass will go up to $138.50, and a single adult cash fare will increase to $4.15. The Equipass and Community monthly passes will remain the same as 2025 rates. And as of the 1st, the cost of an adult monthly transit pass with Gatineau's STO will go up to $116.50, and a cash fare for the STO will increase to $475 in 2026. The City of Ottawa is marking an important milestone. It has been over 15 years since green bins have been put to the curb in the city. The program was introduced in January 2010 as an effort to divert tons of residential organic waste from going into the city's landfill. According to the city, more than 87,000 tons of curbside organic waste was collected last year.
And I think people would be surprised to know that things like cotton balls and dryer lint, barbecue ash, paper towel, food soiled pizza boxes, there's a long list of things that can go into the program. And so by keeping organics out of the landfill, we're really helping with our greenhouse gas emissions reductions.
The city says in 2026 there will be a new green bin campaign, and results of a recent curbside study will be released that gauges how many people are using the bin. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers the dangers of removing your airbags after a driver involved in a crash on the 417 made an unconventional change to their steering wheel. OPP posting these photos to social media showing a damaged wooden steering wheel inside the vehicle. Police said the driver removed the airbag-equipped steering wheel and replaced it with an aftermarket wheel. While police say it is illegal to remove your airbags from your vehicle, the driver was not charged. A teacher in Brockville is facing charges in connection with a sexual assault investigation with allegations dating back more than a decade. Police say the alleged incidents involved a male student and took place between 2008 and 2011. 49-year-old Elizabeth Doncaster is charged with sexual assault, sexual interference, invitation to sexual touching, and sexual exploitation. A court date has been set for the new year. And in a statement, the Upper Canada District School Board said, when the UCDSB is made aware of allegations such as these, we immediately take appropriate precautions and remove the employee from the school and from working with students. Student safety is always our top priority. Team Canada takes the win in last night's game against Denmark.
Chips it ahead for Hayes. McKenna calling for it. The lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna. Oh, the movie scores!
There you go. Gavin McKenna scored a hat trick at the World Junior Championships in a 9-1 victory over Denmark. Porter Martone added 2 goals and an assist for Team Canada. Canada will play Finland tomorrow night for first place in Group B. And continuing in sports, FIFA is defending the cost of ticket prices for the upcoming World Cup.
Finances football in the entire world. Without FIFA, there would be no football in 150 countries in the world. The World Cup.
The president says the high prices are a reflection of the demand by fans to watch the games, adding that 6 to 7 million tickets are on sale compared to the 150 million requests for tickets by fans from across the world. Fan groups have slammed ticket prices, which have been more costly at times compared to the 2022 World Cup. New data by StatsCan suggests coffee drinkers across Canada might be dishing out more money to make a fresh cup of joe. The numbers show Canadian shoppers paid almost 28% more for coffee at grocery stores in November compared to last year. It's a new reality for the nation's coffee industry as the price of unroasted coffee beans continues to rise. Experts say the blame could go to things like climate change, crop diseases, and even drought. Crews in New York are now getting the ball ready to be dropped in Times Square. The new design for this year's Waterford Crystal pieces is circular panels symbolizing infinity. They have to install more than 5,000 discs before midnight on December 31st, when this glittering ball will drop and signify the start of 2026. Oh, that is pretty beautiful out there. Okay, speaking of beautiful, hey, let's take a look at this gorgeous weather pic. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for sending this in. Look at that. That's gorgeous. All right, Tanya sent this in, and Tanya writes, a seemingly rare glimpse of the sun and blue sky over the Ottawa River at Britannia on December 29th. The wind was perfect. Some adventurous snow kite enthusiasts. Oh, yeah, that is perfect if you're going to, be flying a kite. Need a little bit of wind, and we have plenty of that.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
And we want to hear from you. Send us a weather picture, and you could see it right here on the show. Just send an email to us, weathershots@ctv.ca. Once again, that's weathershots@ctv.ca. Taking a look at your forecast here. Average high just about -6, but today we're only going to get to -11. It is going to be pretty cold for us today. You can see the record high for this day back in 2022 of 10 degrees. Lots of cloud coverage expected today. There's our radar satellite, and that system that brought us that freezing rain and freezing drizzle yesterday starting to move eastward, and behind it we've got plenty of cold air and windy conditions. If you are flying into or traveling to New York City, plenty of precipitation, snow pushing into the region there and parts of the U.S. Northeast, so just be aware of that. Right now, we're sitting at -14 degrees in Ottawa, so just dropped another degree. Brockville sitting at -12. Plenty of wind for us today. We'll have gusts up to about 50, 60 kilometers into the afternoon, and then you can see the wind really starts to subside late tonight into Wednesday. Much calmer wind expected. Our forecast high today, just -11 in Ottawa, -10 in Cornwall, Kingston getting up to -9, and Kittigan-Zibi, look for a high of -13 today. Montreal, -10, your forecast high. The long-range forecast, there you go, -11 today, a few flurries possible, -10 on New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day, hello 2026, a few peaks of the sun and a high of -13.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
Taking a quick look at your traffic, no major slowdowns. The Bell Capital Cup enters its third day today, and despite some concerns over yesterday's weather, things have run quite smoothly. We're going to check in right now with General Manager Mark Slubin, and we have to say good morning to you. I don't know, have you slept?
What is sleep? I haven't really seen that since back in October. I don't know.
It's an incredible feat. I mean, the Capital Cup, all these teams really from around the world. I just have to say, hats off to you again. How are things going these last couple of days?
Oh, it's been super, super busy. It's been nonstop. It's, you know, with over 600 games in 4 days. So we just cram in a lot of hockey into our, into the time here in Ottawa for teams from all over the world into the 4 days. We're on day 3, like you said, and our first set of championship games will be taking place today at Canadian Tire Center for all the House League and AAA teams. And then all day tomorrow, we have the AA, Single A, and the junior sledge hockey teams.
Oh, that's incredible. Okay, so any standout teams from the Ottawa-Gatineau region so far?
I mean, the Ottawa Myers is always one of the top clubs, especially in the AAA side of things, and there's no difference this year. But certainly a lot of clubs from both from all the House League and Single A, AA, AAA levels from Ottawa, with some good competition coming from all over the world as well.
We just had a report earlier today on the show about the Capital Cup, showing some of the competitors. And you know what I noticed, Mark? I noticed these bright, wide eyes. These kids are just raring to go, and they're just taking it all in. What has the atmosphere been like at the games?
Oh, it's been absolutely incredible. I mean, you know, all the kids always love hitting the ice, but they understand that, you know, this is pretty special. And then when they're going up against, you know, teams and countries they've never seen or met people before, it's something special. And it's during the holidays, so a lot of the family and friends can make it to their games, where, you know, that might not be the case, or you know, with a regular tournament, you know, grandparents, uncles, and aunts are you know come in and see some of the players for the first time in a long time because of the Bell Capital Cup. So it's a pretty cool experience on all levels for everybody, you know, both on and off the ice with everything that we do with the teams.
Okay, so Mark, for folks who want to come out and check out the Bell Capital Cup and show their support, where can they find out about all the games and locations?
Yeah, right there on the screen, bellcapitalcup.ca. That has all the schedules. We're in about 20 some odd rinks all across Ottawa and Gatineau. Definitely all day at most of these rinks at the Bell Sensplex, Richcraft Sensplex. We got 4 pads going in each of those all day nonstop from about 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then here at the Canadian Tire Center, the championships are starting in about 45 minutes. We got games, 10 games going today, 9 games going tomorrow. Anytime anybody wants to stop by Canadian Tire Center today or tomorrow, between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. We got games going on. There's no charge, complimentary. Enter at gate number 3, parking at gate number 3.
The power of Canada's game, hockey, bringing people together from around the world. Mark Slubin, General Manager, Bell Capital Cup. Day 3 today. Thank you so much. You're such a champ for taking time out for us today. Thank you, Mark. All right, we're taking a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. We're sitting at minus 14 right now. Cold start today. We'll be right back. If you're a last-minute party planner, we are here to save the day. Lifestyle expert Christian Dare stopped by to share his tips on how to throw the perfect New Year's Eve party at home. Oh, New Year's Eve, ticking down. What do you do? It's the big day, the day before. And you go, you know what? No clubs here. Gonna stay at home.
Yeah.
So how do you have that perfect New Year's Eve party? We brought the one and only Christian Dare here, lifestyle expert, to show us how it's done.
Yes, I've thrown many a New Year's Eve party because, to be honest, I agree with you. The best parties are at someone's house.
I agree.
Right? So and it's really, really easy to do. Okay. So I always say set a theme. It makes it easier for everyone. And literally your theme can be as simple as like sparkle. Velvet. Like literally it's just like it makes it a way because everyone's gonna ask you what should I wear, what should I dress up in. So like literally I grab these at Winners. They've got lots of great options, great prices of course.
Okay.
And it sets the theme for the whole room. And then everyone still feels like they've gone to a club because they're all dressed up, right? Like this isn't a PJ party.
You know what? That's good. I think that that's really smart to say that. Yeah. So don't just come schlepping over there in your little slumpadinka outfit. No, bring it.
And then literally I say set up the decorations. They're so easy. I literally got all the decorations, the glasses, the plates, the napkins, all at Shein, which I think we always think of as a fashion place, but they have lots of home and lifestyle
I
now.
did not
Lots
know
and
that.
lots of it
Okay.
online, so they can ship it. It's really, really affordable. And then literally you just have decorations. Like the entire kit came with like those giant glitter curtains, balloons, everything. Like literally that's what you want to do, and it's really easy and really, really affordable.
Okay, you're thinking like a disco kind of curtain.
Yeah,
there,
literally you can get a
glitter.
disco curtain. It all comes in one kit. It even came with glasses and hats. Like if you want a little.
I got to put these on. Oh,
Right?
wow. This
Right?
goes with
So
my
it
outfit,
literally
Christian.
Oh, look at that. Who knew that's what I would
Of
look
course
like with these glasses?
Mine's coming off. There we go.
But yeah,
This
so
is
literally
so
at
nice.
CAShein.com, and it's like amazing stuff for great prices.
All right.
Then I say keep the food simple. So I don't know if you've heard this latest trend. Apparently, charcuterie boards are out. Borsin boards are in.
What? What? You just blew my mind here.
Right?
Okay,
so literally,
Borsin boards. What is that?
Boards.
Okay.
So literally, it's, I mean, this is my favorite cheese. I love Borsin. I don't know if you're a fan of Borsin. It's a soft cheese, but they do so many different flavors. So what it is you just grab those, you can pick whichever one you want, and then just fill it with your favorite stuff. So your crackers, your meats, your cheeses. So really, it's just a great way to celebrate. It's a new way to, and it's easy. Like you could set up 3 or 4 of them on the table. You have some cocktails, and you're done, right? So really easy.
Okay, so we're not talking about, you know what, the big old Christmas dinner, that's done.
That's done.
When you've got the New Year's Eve party at your house, set up the Borsin board.
Exactly, and they've got, I think, 8 different flavors, so literally every single person could like it. And you could set up ones that are more veg-oriented, more meat, more cheese, so everyone is happy,
Very
right?
nice. What else you got for us?
So I say always make a signature cocktail or mocktail. So what I love to do is actually set up a DIY champagne bar. So it's really, really easy. So pick your favorite champagnes, have a whole bunch of them chilled, different syrups. I actually grab these syrups also at Winners, so they could add in different flavored syrups. And then any sort of toppings you want. So you can have some lemon, some blackberries, some raspberries. So everyone's making their own.
I
It's
think
really
that's great.
easy. It makes it stress-free for the host.
And of course you would have Veuve Clicquot.
Of course I would.
Of course you would. Champagne of champagnes. I love it.
It's that one time a year I say go for it.
It's true.
And my trick is always I start with this, and then as the night goes on, it turns to Prosecco, because by then no one knows.
Nobody cares.
And then I always say make a fun game. So I don't know if you're ready for a ridiculous game.
Here we go.
Okay, so some people believe that grapes are good luck on New Year's.
Okay.
I don't know if they'd say this is good luck, but our game is we're gonna see how many grapes we can fit in our mouth and still say Happy New Year.
Oh!
Without crushing your grapes.
This
Are you
is
ready?
insane.
So you can add them slowly. You don't have to do it all at once, but
Can I
let's go for it.
practice? So I put in one? I don't bite them, right?
Yeah,
Just
don't
put
bite them. I'll go with you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Four.
I only got 5.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Christian Dare, you are crazy and I love it. I love it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Happy New Year, everyone. Oh my goodness, I can say it now clearly. Happy New Year. It's coming right around the corner. Christian Dare is such a fun individual with such great, unique ideas. I love it. Love having him on the show. And now there you have it. You can have a party at your home and just with little bits and pieces of that special holiday magic. Okay, we're going to take a look right now at your forecast. Been saying it all morning long. It's a cold one out there. We just dropped a degree and we're sitting at minus 14 right now. And when you factor in the wind chill, because winds are kicking up, not that strong right now, but they are going to increase. When you factor in the wind chill, it feels closer to minus 25 right now. So here's how it's going to look throughout the day. Mostly cloudy, chance of flurries into the afternoon. We're expecting to get up to minus 10, minus 11. It's really minus 10.5, minus 11. And then the wind's going to pick up, so it's not even going to feel like minus 10. It's going to feel closer to about minus 20 into the afternoon. This is because of that system that came through yesterday, that low pressure system. We're on the back end of that, and wind is increasing. So we'll have gusts at times up to about 50 kilometers per hour into the afternoon. So it's going to be pretty blustery. Nice warm coat. Scarf's going to be your best friend. And then into the evening, minus 12. Once again, we're looking at just a slight chance of precipitation. There's not much moisture in those clouds, but it is going to be pretty cloudy for us today. So get ready for a very cold day. On the back end of that system, we did reach a high of +1 yesterday. Nowhere close to that today. We're only looking for a high of about -10, -11. Add in the wind, it's going to feel much cooler than that. It is 7:24. And we're looking at your traffic right now. A few more cars on the road, but no major slowdowns. You can see things are running quite smoothly for you in this early morning hours of the holiday week. 7:24 on your Tuesday. You are watching Your Morning Ottawa. And coming up on the show, we're going to tell you about an elite athlete program that teaches athletes how to up their mental and physical well-being while earning credits. Our guests are standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. They're coming up after the break. Let's take a live look now from our Skycam on George Street. A cold start to your morning. Good morning, Ottawa. We'll be right back.
The most important part of any journey is to arrive safely. Hi, I'm Patricia Bowl.
And I'm Stefan Keys from CTV. Distracted or impaired driving can have devastating consequences.
Hey, it's Ashley.
And Gord from Ottawa's Pure Country 94.
Always plan for a designated driver, and please keep your phone down.
Everyone can help keep communities safe.
Drive safe. Brought to you by the Ottawa Safety Council. For more information on road safety programs and services, visit ottawasafetycouncil.ca.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford,
Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Good morning to you. Coming up on 7:30. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edam. So glad that you can join me. Will and Melissa, they are away today. Listen, it's going to be a very cold day. Starting off already, we're at -14. And then factor in the wind. It's feeling closer to about -25 out there. So yeah, you know, your parka and your scarf, that's going to be your best friend if you are heading out today. Cold air in the forecast for the next few days. We'll get to your forecast in a moment, but first off, we're going to talk about your top stories. We begin today with the latest on a couple from Gatineau who were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Local media reports say 55-year-old Alain Noel and 56-year-old Christine Sauvé were found dead in a resort in Villarriva. According to a family member, the couple died on December 25th. The cause of death is under investigation. Global Affairs Canada says it is aware of 2 Canadian citizens who died in the Dominican Republic, adding that Canadian officials are providing consular assistance and communicating with local authorities to obtain more information. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. OC Transpo fares will increase an average of 2.5% as of January 1st. The cost of a monthly adult transit pass will go up to $138.50, and a single adult cash fare will increase to $4.15. The Equipass and community monthly passes will remain the same as 2025 rates. And as of the 1st, the cost of an adult monthly transit pass with Gatineau's STO will go up to $116.50. And a cash fare for the STO will increase to $475 in 2026. The City of Ottawa is marking an important milestone. It has been over 15 years since green bins have been put to the curb in the city. The program was introduced in January 2010 as an effort to divert tons of residential organic waste from going into the city's landfill. According to the city, more than 87,000 tons of curbside organic waste was collected last year.
And I think people would be surprised to know that things like cotton balls and dryer lint, barbecue ash, paper towel, food soiled pizza boxes, there's a long list of things that can go into the program. And so by keeping organics out of the landfill, we're really helping with our greenhouse gas emissions reductions.
The city says in 2026 there will be a new green bin campaign, and results of a recent curbside study will be released that gauges how many people are using the bin. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers the dangers of removing your airbags after a driver involved in a crash on the 417 made an unconventional change to their steering wheel. OPP posting these photos to social media showing a damaged wooden steering wheel inside the vehicle. Police said the driver removed the airbag-equipped steering wheel and replaced it with an aftermarket wheel. While police say it is illegal to remove your airbags from your vehicle, the driver was not charged. A teacher in Brockville is facing charges in connection with a sexual assault investigation with allegations dating back more than a decade. Police say the alleged incidents involved a male student and took place between 2008 and 2011. 49-year-old Elizabeth Doncaster is charged with sexual assault, sexual interference, invitation to sexual touching, and sexual exploitation. A court date has been set for the new year. And in a statement, the Upper Canada District School Board said when the UCDSB is made aware of allegations such as these, we immediately take appropriate precautions and remove the employee from the school and from working with students. Student safety is always our top priority. Team Canada takes the win in last night's game against Denmark.
Chips it ahead for Hayes. McKenna calling for it. The lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna. Oh, the movie scores!
Gavin McKenna scored a hat trick at the World Junior Championships in a 9-1 victory over Denmark. Porter Martone added 2 goals and an assist for Team Canada. Canada will play Finland tomorrow night for the first place in Group B. Continuing on in sports, FIFA is defending the cost of ticket prices for the upcoming World Cup.
Finances football in the entire world. Without FIFA, there will be no football in 150 countries in the world.
The president says the high prices are a reflection of the demand by fans to watch the games, adding that 6 to 7 million tickets are on sale compared to the 150 million requests for tickets by fans from across the world. Fan groups have slammed ticket prices, which have been more costly at times compared to the 2022 World Cup. New data by StatsCan suggests coffee drinkers across Canada might be dishing out more money to make a fresh cup of joe. The numbers show Canadian shoppers paid almost 28% more for coffee at grocery stores in November compared to last year. It's a new reality for the nation's coffee industry as the price of unroasted coffee beans continues to rise. Experts say the blame could go to things like climate change, crop diseases, and even drought. The Kilauea volcano on Hawaii's Big Island is spouting lava in a spectacular show. Look at that. The lava shot up more than 350 meters into the air. Now that's lava, that's not smoke, that's lava, that's incredible. That's about the height of the Empire State Building. This was the volcano's 39th eruption of this year, and it's been erupting pretty much for a full year now. That is simply stunning. Okay, we got to take a look at your forecast. And first off, like I've been saying all morning long, it is cold out there. We've got strong winds that we'll have to deal with into the afternoon, wind gusts up to about 50 kilometers per hour. And there's a chance of some flurries into the afternoon. Plenty of cloud coverage today. It's going to be another gray day, but not a lot of moisture in those clouds. Yesterday, as you know, of course, we had some precipitation in the form of mostly freezing rain. That system moving off now into the east. Just a word here, if you are going to be flying into New York City, for example, we're looking at that system really pushing in and building in that region for today. So you might want to call ahead and make sure your flight is on time. Okay, current temperatures. We're at -14 in Ottawa, Cornwall sitting at -12. In Brockville as well, Trenton and Kingston. Looks like -12 there, a key number. Windy conditions this morning into the afternoon. Then the wind will subside into the later part of the day as that system really starts to pull away from us. Let's take a closer look at what we can expect for the next 5 days. -11, that's our high today. Chance of flurries. -10 tomorrow as we look at New Year's Eve. -22 for New Year's Eve night. And then New Year's Day, Thursday, getting up to a high of -13. Looks like we got some sunshine on the way for Friday. We're expecting a high of -9. And we are taking a look at traffic, and no major slowdowns here. Things are running pretty smoothly out there. So if you do have to be out on the roads, just keep in mind things are pretty cold out there. Give yourself plenty of time to get from point A to point B.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
Rise Academy is a nonprofit alternative high school that turns what students love, like sport, into accredited high school credits. The Elite Athlete program was created as a social enterprise to sustainably fund free and low-cost programming for youth in Ottawa community housing neighborhoods. Rebecca Chambers, the founder of Rise Academy, and Ellie McGregor from the Rise Elite Athlete program join us this morning. Good morning to you both, Rebecca and Ellie. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is really exciting. When you think about this program, it gives such opportunity to kids who may think maybe that there isn't that opportunity. Can you just explain a little bit more about Rise Academy, how it came about?
Absolutely. Rise Academy, as you mentioned, is a nonprofit alternative high school where kids can do things outside of the regular school day and earn high school credits for things that they love.
For things that they love.
Yeah.
Sport being one of them.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what made you want to start this?
I taught in the public system for 17 years and saw that there were a lot of kids falling through the cracks.
Yeah.
And that there were different ways that we could be going about earning high school credits. And so we've actually been here before with our entrepreneurship program run out of Caldwell. So that's an example of things that we do outside the regular school day. But the Elite Athlete program is something new that we've just started in the last year or so.
I'm so excited to talk to you, Ellie, about the Elite Athlete program. What sport did you choose? What sport are you involved in?
So I'm involved in track and field. So I run the 400 and 800 meters. So yeah, it's great. I love it.
Okay, okay. For folks who don't know, the 400 and the 800 meter, like that, it just doesn't get much harder than that. I mean, what drew you to those specific events, and how do you train? How do you like it training for that?
Yeah. So for me, so my dad is a 3-time Paralympian.
Nice.
So he's my coach, and then so from a young age, I've just been involved in the sport and I've always loved it. And then he kind of did similar events. So he did 400, 800, and 1500. So I did the 400 and 800. So I've been I like to sprint, but then also I like it in the middle.
It's the long sprint. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got the long end of the sprint in the 400, and then the 800. I mean, that's a half mile. That is just incredible. I just want to know here, for folks who are watching, going, 400, 800, I mean, how much time does it take? It's just a quick sprint. What kind of training is involved? How many hours do you have to dedicate to your sport?
Yeah, so I dedicate a lot of time.
Yeah.
So it's I train 6 days a week. 3 days at the track for about two hours.
Yes.
Time in the gym, time training on hills, distance running. So there's just for the 400 and 800, you have to do a bit of everything. So I spend a lot of time doing sprinting, endurance, speed endurance. So there's just like a lot of different training involved, strength training.
How has Rise Academy helped you attain your goals? How does that work?
Yeah, so for me, it's just like there's been like a lot of benefits for me. So there's just like, it's like such like a supportive environment. They're very flexible with the timing. So, and then I got to like learn about just like things that are very like beneficial for me. So I got to learn about mental health with just like being in such a time-consuming sport and just like time management and just those important topics. And then I also got to meet people who are like, who also face like similar pressures as me. So I got to meet like some national team members and then just people with like the athletic background. So that has been like really cool. And then, so there's just like so many benefits.
I'm so excited for you.
I got to come away with like a lot.
I'm so excited for you. Listen, we're out of time here, but I just want to ask you, Ellie, what's your ultimate goal here in the sport of track and field?
My goal is to be an Olympian.
Yes. Speak that into existence. Ellie McGregor, it's a pleasure to meet you. Continued success. Keep running. Listen to your dad, be coach, and then with Rise Academy, it's such an incredible partnership. I'm wishing you all the very, very best and loving what you're doing here with Rise Academy. It's an incredible institution here, helping kids realize their dreams. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Rebecca Chambers and Ellie McGregor. What a team here. I love it. Congratulations and continued success. Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, Chris Eads from W.O. Stinson & Son helps us understand the importance of indoor humidity during the winter. He's standing by in our Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. We'll be right back. As the temperature drops during the winter, our heating systems work overtime. Sometimes that means the inside of our homes become uncomfortably dry, which can affect everything from our skin to our furniture. Here to help us understand the importance of indoor humidity during the winter, we've got Chris Eads from W.O. Stinson & Son. Good morning to you, Chris.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Listen, into the winter, it is so obvious how dry things can get in your home. Something that I do, I'll wash clothes and purposely just hang them around the house to dry, and then I instantly feel that humidity and that relief. But talk about why that happens, why it gets so dry in the home.
So the colder the air, the drier the air. Okay. So the colder we get outside, the drier it is inside. We keep our homes nice and tight and warm. We want to keep all the warmth inside. So we need to add some humidification, and that is going to help our health. It supports our respiratory function, and it prevents damage. Like you said, the furniture, a nail pops through drywall, the trim, the baseboard trim splitting and all that. So if you keep it at a constant level throughout the home, between 30 and 40%, you'll feel better, and the home should look better.
Right. So those are some of the signs that the home is too dry. Splitting of like the baseboard from the paint, if you said, and what
Cracking.
else? Cracking.
Your hardwood floors is a good one. They'll start to split. You'll see it in January and February. You have gaps in your floor. Good. No, and then as we move into the spring, those gaps will shrink up. That's a clear sign that we have a humidity issue in the home.
Okay, so what do you do to alleviate that problem?
So you want to add humidity into the winter months. There's three real basic types. One is a portable unit, so maybe an apartment, a smaller dwelling, a basement. Put it in a unit, you plug it in the wall, you fill it with water, and it does the area that's around. Most commonly, we have units that go onto our HVAC systems at home, and it uses the fan. The fan comes on and it blows humidity through the air. One other system that is available right now is steam humidity. So that boils the water, so you get mist in your ductwork, and then that throws it through. It's a more complex, easier, more constant throughout the whole home.
You mentioned a range here, or some numbers. Can we go back to those numbers of the humidity reading in your home?
So we have a standard of reading 30 to 40% of humidity that we would like in the home in the winter months. If we exceed 45%, too much humidity. We get the water along the edge of the windows, we're having an issue. If we have less of humidity, then that's where we get the dry, the things that we're going to notice around the house, the itchy skin, the runny nose, static electricity. You touch that doorknob, and you get that shock.
Yes. Okay. And then I'm wondering about this. Let's say you don't have this system where you can place it right through, where it comes through your vents. You've got your spot humidifiers, if you will, like you put one in a room. Can that work just as well?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
A little more maintenance because you have to fill it with water. Sometimes we go to hunting camps and there's a wood stove, a pot of water on a wood stove. Does the same thing.
Okay. And then when do you know, okay, we're good now. Spring is here. Spring has sprung. We don't need it anymore. When do you turn that off?
You start to see that in the season, the change of the season and the temperature. I mean, in the spring it's going to be moist. We have the rain. We have the humidity in the air. We're going to see that change. And then it's in the summertime too, when people say, I don't mind the heat, because it's a dry heat. It's the humidity that I have a problem with.
That's what people have a problem
with.
with.
The humidity makes you feel warmer, right? So if you have a nice humidification in your home, you're going to feel warmer.
Okay.
It makes you feel better.
And one other question for you, Chris. Is it okay to open your windows during the winter months? Maybe you want to freshen up the place. And I know that there's not much humidity that's coming in, though, right?
It's a great idea if you can do it. It's air exchange is fantastic.
Okay.
If you're just going to open the windows and let the air flow through, well, I mean, that's going to impact the heating side of things.
For sure.
But I mean, yes, moving air and having a constant fresh air in the home is going to help the environment around and everybody in it.
Chris Eads from W.O. Stinson and Son showing us how to keep the home not too dry, some humidity in there. This is what we need during the winter months.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, for more information, you can find W.O. Stinson and Son at wostinson.com. We'll be right back with so much more. Stick around. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Good morning, Ottawa. Okay, we got your milestone celebrations for Tuesday, December 30th. We have to say happy 7th birthday to Paige from all your family and friends. Happy birthday, Paige. Happy 9th birthday to twins Haley and Ryan. Love from mom, dad, and big brother Tyson. Ooh, got your Timbits. There you go, you're set. A huge happy 9th birthday to Lucas. You bring so much joy and laughter into our lives every single day. We hope you have an amazing year ahead. Love Mommy, Daddy, Rocco, and all your family. If you have a milestone, celebrate it with us. Send us your birthday announcements for kids turning 13 and under, and for those turning 100 years or more, and wedding anniversaries for those celebrating 50 years or more. All you have to do is email us your morning Ottawa milestones at ctv.ca, and we will be sure to get your announcement on the air. It's Tuesday, December 30th. A couple from Gatineau found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau facing a fare bump in the new year. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Good morning. Come on in. Happy Tuesday. I'm Rosie Edda. 8 o'clock on the nose. We are so glad you can start your morning with us. Melissa and Will, they are away today. In fact, they're away for the rest of the year. We're glad that you could start your day with us, as I just said here. It is going to be a cold one. We're starting off at -14, so you are warned. colder air in the region, so your parka, your scarf is going to be your best friend today. I've got your full weather forecast coming up in the next few minutes. But first off, we begin with your top stories. Today, we've got the latest on a couple from Gatineau who were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Local media reports say 55-year-old Alain Noel and 56-year-old Christine Sauvé were found dead in a resort in Villarriva. According to a family member, the couple died on December 25th. The cause of death is under investigation. Global Affairs Canada says it is aware of 2 Canadian citizens who died in the Dominican Republic, adding that Canadian officials are providing consular assistance and communicating with local authorities to obtain more information. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. OC Transpo fares will increase an average of 2.5% as of January 1st. The cost of a monthly adult transit pass will go up to $138.50, and a single adult cash fare will increase to $4.15. The Equipass and Community monthly passes will remain the same as 2025 rates. And as of the 1st, the cost of an adult monthly transit pass in Gatineau's STO will go up to $116.50, and a cash fare for the STO will increase to $4.75 in 2026. Team Canada takes the win in last night's game against Denmark.
Chips it ahead for Hayes. McKenna calling for it. The lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna.
There you go. Gavin McKenna scored a hat trick at the World Junior Championship in a 9-1 victory over Denmark. Porter Martone added 2 goals and an assist for Team Canada. Canada will play Finland tomorrow night for first place in Group B. The City of Ottawa is marking an important milestone. It has been over 15 years since green bins have been put to the curb in the city. The program was introduced in January 2010 as an effort to divert tons of residential organic waste from going into the city's landfill. According to the city, more than 87,000 tons of curbside organic waste was collected last year.
And I think people would be surprised to know that things like cotton balls and dryer lint, barbecue ash, paper towel, food soiled pizza boxes, there's a long list of things that can go into the program. And so by keeping organics out of the landfill, we're really helping with our greenhouse gas emissions reductions.
The city says in 2026 there will be a new green bin campaign, and results of a recent curbside study will be released that gauges how many people are using the bin. A teacher in Brockville is facing charges in connection with a sexual assault investigation with allegations dating back more than a decade. Police say the alleged incidents involved a male student and took place between 2008 and 2011. 49-year-old Elizabeth Doncaster is charged with sexual assault, sexual interference, invitation to sexual touching, and sexual exploitation. A court date has been set for the new year. And in a statement, the Upper Canada District School Board said when the UCDSB is made aware of allegations such as these, we immediately take appropriate precautions and remove the employee from the school and from working with students. Student safety is always our top priority. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers the dangers of removing your airbags after a driver involved in a crash on the 417 made an unconventional change to their steering wheel. OPP posting these photos to social media showing a damaged wooden steering wheel inside the vehicle. Police said the driver removed the airbag-equipped steering wheel and replaced it with an aftermarket wheel. While police say it is illegal to remove your airbags from your vehicle, the driver was not charged. And in sports, FIFA is defending the cost of ticket prices for the upcoming World Cup.
Finances football in the entire world. Without FIFA, there will be no football in 150 countries in the world. The World Cup.
The president says the high prices are a reflection of the demand by fans to watch the games, adding that 6 to 7 million tickets are on sale. compared to the 150 million requests for tickets by fans from across the world. Fan groups have slammed ticket prices, which have been more costly at times compared to the 2022 World Cup. Harry Styles surprised fans by releasing a video on his YouTube channel called Forever, Forever. There you go. It's a piano ballad that closed his final performance on tour in Italy back in 2023. The video ends with the message, "We belong together." It's left fans to wonder if more music is coming out next year. Styles hasn't posted on his social media accounts about anything related to his music in more than 2 years. No doubt fans are wondering. Okay, if you're wondering about the forecast, I've got your information for you. Why don't we get right to it? Okay, current temperatures still sitting at -14 in Ottawa. Cold start to your day in the valley. Pembroke at -15, and we got some 12s, -12s all around the board there from Montreal to Brockville, Trenton, and Kingston, starting off the day at -12. So yeah, it is a cold start to your day. Plenty of cloud coverage expected today, but they're the higher thin clouds. Not a lot of moisture in the clouds. It is going to be a pretty gray day for us today. Now, here's a look at that system that brought us that precipitation yesterday. You can see there it's starting to move off to the east, and it will affect the U.S. Northeast. So if you happen to be traveling to New York City today, you might want to check your flight status. A lot of precipitation in the form of snow expected in the region. It is going to be pretty windy for us today. We'll have gusts up to about 50, 60 kilometers per hour, and that'll be mostly felt into the early afternoon hours, and then it's going to subside into the later part of the day, and then we're expecting mainly calm winds as we move into Wednesday, New Year's Eve. Here's a look at our forecast high. Not getting much warmer than it is right now. We're looking for a high in Ottawa of -11, Cornwall -10, expecting a high of -9 into Kentville and Brockville. It looks like the hot spot today is Trenton at -7. And into Kittigan-Zibi, -13, the forecast high. Gatineau, -11. Montreal, look for a high of -10 today. Here's a look at the long-range forecast. Today, -11, cloudy sky. Chance of a few flurries into the afternoon. We're not looking at much in the form of accumulation, but we are talking about windy conditions. We'll have gusts up to about 50 kilometers per hour, so it's going to feel much colder than that -11. In fact, right now, it feels more like -25. Into the afternoon, when you factor in the wind gusts, it'll feel closer to about -20. But we are expecting that high of -11 today, which still puts us well below our seasonal average of -6 today. Wednesday, -10. And look at that. New Year's Day, hello 2026 on Thursday, still very cold, -13. And then on Friday, we're expecting plenty of sunshine and a high of -9. And we're taking a look at traffic, and really no issues on the roads, no slowdowns to note on your Tuesday morning just after 8 o'clock. Things are running smoothly. Coming up, the Canada Strong Pass has launched from now until January 15th, and we tell you how you can enjoy your winter break at 3 of the top museums right here in Ottawa. Our guest is standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge, and we'll speak to our guest just after the break. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam, a cold start to your day. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Good morning, Ottawa.
Today's snow report is brought to you by Camp Fortune. Let us teach you to love winter.
All right, let's check out today's snow report. We've got Camp Fortune, new snow 4 centimeters, the base 60 centimeters, so lots of powder out there. You got 4 out of the 6 lifts up and running, and 8 runs are on the go. Edelweiss, 4 lifts are going and 10 runs, and Vorlage, you got all lifts up and running, and 6 of the 20 runs are open.
This winter, come ski with us at Camp Fortune, located in beautiful Chelsea, Quebec. We have 27 runs and 7 lifts. Gentle to advanced terrain, a little something for everyone. See you on the slopes.
always so excited about this. The Canada Strong Pass relaunched for the winter season on December 12th and will run right through to January 15th. So you can take advantage of this Canada Strong Pass. And it's making the amazing programs at the city's museums more accessible. Joining us today is Jason Armstrong to tell us what to expect. I love this. I love this program. It's about opening up all these wonderful museums to families, to kids, and it's like, come on in. It's wonderful. Tell us what we can look forward to.
So I'm with Ingenium, so that is the 3 museums of innovation, so agriculture and food, aviation, space, science, and tech, and each of us have some amazing programming happening over the holidays.
I think it's amazing. You know, I was just telling Will and our audience yesterday, what did you do over Christmas holiday? Well, I took my niece and nephews in Montreal to the Montreal Science Museum. It's for kids, and they just went crazy and had a great time and learned. Talk about the different museums, and I'm thinking about parents who have the kids at home,
and
right?
It's cold out there. If you're out there this morning, you do not want to be outside.
No.
So come on in. We have tons of programming for kids.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so if you go to the Agriculture and Food Museum, right now we have our demo kitchen, which is you can assemble a holiday snack with our animators in our demo kitchen. If you're going to Aviation and Space, the programming there is all on Northern Skies. We have our inflatable planetarium, and you can learn how to navigate with the stars. We also talk about the Kijiwak Candy Drop, which happened up in Nunavut with Johnny May, and so we have a replica plane that drops candy out of it. And at Science and Tech, we have this great display with this group here from Ottawa called HO Track. It's 10,000 square feet of model trains all through the event hall. So,
there are kids out there who are just obsessed with trains.
Yes, and so we got trains. If you're looking for it, we got the big ones that you can walk through, but we have 10,000 square feet of model trains set up and running all through.
How has the Canada Strong Pass helped the Ingenium museums?
I mean, it's been a huge help. We have a lot of visitors coming in with big families because all kids 17 and under are free, 18 to 25 is half price. So we're just seeing a lot of people coming through with all the kids.
Yes.
Cousins, neighbors, everyone's coming in with a group of parents, and it's wonderful to see. We have tons of programming for them.
Yeah, as long as there is an adult with those kids, the kids can go in for free.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
So, I mean, it's perfect. That's who we really cater to our museums anyway, as families with kids. And we're just seeing a ton of people being able to access it.
Okay, we were just showing some footage of the different museums. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
You got kids, right? You got the parents. The kids are like, okay, I'm bored. Let's do something. So you take them to one of the museums or all of them. Are there any kind of restrictions? Like, can the kids just go there and explore, or do the parents have to go, no, don't touch this, don't do this?
No, I mean, all of our museums, I mean, we're hands-on museums. We've been that way since we started more than 50 years ago. And we really believe, learning happens through touch and play and experience. So yes, stay with your kids, have fun with your kids. What we find is actually adults like to play just as much as kids.
Yes, it's true. It's really true. And are there any seminars, or maybe not seminars, but are there guides that can tell the parents and the kids what's happening, what this is all about?
All three of our sites have guides. You'll see them in their shirts, and they do demonstrations. They'll have stuff that they can bring out for families and kids to play with and touch, and also help interpret all of the different experiences there.
Okay, so families can take advantage of the Canada Strong Pass, which means kids under 17
and under are free.
With an adult get in for free, and that is happening right now through to January 15th.
That is correct.
That is it. Okay, and if anybody wants any more information,
our website. Ingenium.ca, and they can find everything they need. Opening hours at all of our sites are from 9 to 5, and we're open at this point all through the holidays. We'll be open New Year's Day. So on the 1st.
New Year's
Day. So if you're looking for something that day, come on by.
Jason, this is fantastic. Okay, all you parents, there you go. You have somewhere to take the kids.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Ingenium.ca. Look at all the different museums out there, and it's basically it's about learning and growing, and you can go in there with the kids and have a great time.
Just have fun.
Oh man, thank you so much, Jason Armstrong. Really appreciate you coming by with Ingenium. Love it. All right, look at that. We're taking a look outside on George Street. It's a cold start to the day, but I don't know, maybe you can visit an Ingenium museum. There you go. We'll be right back after this.
The most important part of any journey is to arrive safely. Hi, I'm Patricia Bowl.
And I'm Stefan Keys from CTV. Distracted or impaired driving can have devastating consequences.
Hey, it's Ashley.
And Gord from Ottawa's Pure Country 94.
Always plan for a designated driver, and please keep your phone down.
Everyone can help keep communities safe.
Drive safe. Brought to you by the Ottawa Safety Council. For more information on road safety programs and services, visit ottawasafetycouncil.ca.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sinead Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford,
Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Welcome back. Don't let plumbing problems interrupt your New Year's Eve get-together. Melissa spoke to Dave Smythe from Out of This World Plumbing about how to avoid the most common issues.
The holiday break is a time of rest and family for many of us, but it's also a busy time of the year for plumbers. Here to tell us more about some of the common issues and how to prevent them from spoiling your holiday is Dave Smythe, owner of Out of This World Plumbing, and good morning to you.
Good morning, Melissa.
So 'tis the season that I'm sure there are a lot of things. Let's first start off with toilets. What are some common issues you see during the time of the year with toilets?
Well, the issues generally don't change, but what happens is people have their family over, and when they're having their family over, there's a whole lot more change of use of the plumbing generally throughout the house. So toilets generally take the brunt of it, and as such, we want to watch out for family members who are coming in, don't know how your toilet works.
Oh, okay.
And so, you know, they might have different habits to you. And so we have issues of items going in the toilet that shouldn't go in the toilet, right? That you yourself wouldn't necessarily put in. Things like feminine products, but we also have the stuff that you don't expect, like toys, phones, dentures. We've seen all sorts of weird stuff. And they tend to happen when you get more people coming in, the space gets crowded and things can fall in or drop in or whatever.
And I'm sure it could be a little bit different if you're on city or if you have septic too, right?
There definitely can be. I mean, you have to be a little bit more careful with the septic as what's going down, just because you don't want to disrupt the biological cycle of what's going on. But generally speaking, as long as it's supposed to go in the drain, it should be fine.
And you have this here.
I have this. This is a handy dandy plunger, I should say. Every house should have one. Certainly they're more useful when you're having guests over. And the reason being is that no one wants to be embarrassed by going, oh no, I've blocked your toilet, what do I do?
It's there for your use and you can use it, and most people should know how to use it.
Yes, however, there is a trick. So this is specifically a toilet plunger. Has the extra little sucky bit in here. And this goes into the bottom crevice of the toilet. And the idea is as you're pushing down, it's not the push that does the action, it's the pull up. So the idea is you're creating a seal and getting rid of the excess, and then you pull this up, and what it does is releases the pressure of the substances behind, and in most cases you can do it in 1 or 2 plunges.
All right, perfect. So I love that tip for us. Let's move on to kitchen sinks.
Okay, so kitchen sinks, these are going to be another classic problem area for the family time for holiday season, is people are coming in and they're going to empty more waste into the sink. And so this is where you have different family habits, where people will cook differently, and it's, well, how do you clean it up? Well, I just take my pan over to the sink and I dump everything in. It's
all that grease,
not good. So yeah, we want to keep fats, oils, and grease out of sinks. They're the classic things that clog them up. So we have a great system here in the city of Ottawa where we can use our green bins. So the idea is anytime you've got the big cooking where you've got the turkey grease and oil and stuff like that, make sure you're wiping it out with the cloth and putting it in the green bin. That's pretty big one.
A bit of a different plunger here.
Yeah, this is our fancy painted gold, just to match for me. But this is more of a sink plunger. This can be used for kitchen sinks or bathrooms. And again, the idea is this isn't going to clean like a full blockage, but if you happen to have a lot of grunge just in the trap on the bottom, then the small little plunger can help you out.
Perfect. All right, let's move on to dishwashers.
Okay, so dishwashers here, these are probably the unthinkable things that can go on with dishwashers. The main one is you do want to clean your plates, rinse them off, so you're not putting big chunks of food and debris into the dishwasher.
Okay.
The other thing to think about with the dishwashers is, certainly if you're having more family members over, is this is going to get a lot of use.
Right.
So what's that going to do to your hot water?
Oh.
Well, it's going to drain your hot water down. So you've got two issues here with families coming in. They're going to have showers, baths, and then you're going to use your appliances like the washing machine, your dishwashers. You're going to drain that hot water down. And so you want to try and avoid that, or just be aware of it to make sure your timings are such that everybody's got a nice hot shower.
Perfect. I love that tip because I do not want to not have a hot shower the holidays. Let's talk about bathrooms in general. We kind of touched on toilets, but let's talk more about bathrooms.
Yeah, so the toilets are certainly the big one. When you get into bathrooms here, we're looking more specifically at your bathtubs, your sinks, and showers.
Okay.
With more usage, one, that could highlight problems that might already be going on, but you're going to be watching out for hairs getting caught in sinks and showers. Certainly when you've got more family around, again, we have a busy countertop, so that one looks nice and clean, but you can end up with more toothbrushes, toothpaste, all the knickknacks, and it's just making sure that stuff doesn't fall into your sink and create a blockage.
All right.
That's kind of all.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And how can people get a hold of you if they have questions or maybe they have their own plumbing issue?
Well, they can check us out at outofthisworldplumbing.com.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
That's right. And Samantha says meow.
Coming up, waiting for the last minute to prepare something for your New Year's Eve party, holistic chef Daniela Crocco is standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Delorier kitchen with some easy and delicious appetizers. She's coming up next. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. We'll be right back after this short break. Good morning, Ottawa. Tuesday, come on in. I'm Rosie Edda. Melissa Lamb and Will Aiello, they are away today. Just to let you know, starting off the day, very cold indeed. We're sitting at -14, but when you factor in the wind chill, it feels closer to -26 right now. I've got your full weather forecast coming up in the next few minutes. But first, we begin today with the latest on a couple from Gatineau who were found dead while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the holidays. Local media reports say 55-year-old Alain Noel and 56-year-old Christine Sauvé were found dead in a resort in Villarriva. According to a family member, the couple died on December 25th. The cause of death is under investigation. Global Affairs Canada says it is aware of 2 Canadian citizens who died in the Dominican Republic, adding that Canadian officials are providing consular assistance and communicating with local authorities to obtain more information. Starting New Year's Day, transit riders in Ottawa and Gatineau will be facing a fare bump. OC Transpo fares will increase an average of 2.5% as of January 1st. The cost of a monthly adult transit pass will go up to $138.50, and a single adult cash fare will increase to $4.15. The Equipass and Community monthly passes will remain the same as 2025 rates. And as of the 1st, the cost of an adult monthly transit pass with Gatineau's STO will go up to $116.50. And a cash fare for the STO will increase to $475 in 2026. A teacher in Brockville is facing charges in connection with a sexual assault investigation with allegations dating back more than a decade. Police say the alleged incidents involved a male student and took place between 2008 and 2011. 49-year-old Elizabeth Doncaster is charged with sexual assault, sexual interference, invitation to sexual touching, and sexual exploitation. A court date has been set for the new year. And in a statement, the Upper Canada District School Board said, when the UCDSB is made aware of allegations such as these, we immediately take appropriate precautions and remove the employee from the school and from working with students. Student safety is always our top priority. Team Canada takes the win in last night's game against Denmark.
Chips it ahead for Hayes. McKenna calling for it. The lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna. Oh, Movie scores!
There you go. Gavin McKenna scored a hat trick at the World Junior Championship in the 9-1 victory over Denmark. Porter Martone added 2 goals and an assist for Team Canada. Canada will play Finland tomorrow night for first place in Group B. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers the dangers of removing your airbags after a driver involved in a crash on the 417 made an unconventional change to their steering wheel. OPP posting these photos to social media showing a damaged wooden steering wheel inside the vehicle. Police said the driver removed the airbag-equipped steering wheel and replaced it with an aftermarket wheel. While police say it is illegal to remove your airbags from your vehicle, the driver was not charged. A German town was transformed into a terrifying fantasy land for an old tradition. Okay, so check this out. People dressed up as devils, witches, and other mythical beings for the horror run to ward off evil spirits and winter. The celebration marks Tough Night, the 12 days between Christmas and the Christian feast day, Epiphany. Very dramatic stuff there. I suppose he's creating the fire to stay warm. Yeah, we're going to need some warm clothing today as we take a look at your forecast. Pretty cold out there. So we're starting off the day here. We're sitting at -14 right now, and we're not going to get much warmer than that. We're expecting a high of just -11. Average high, -5. But we're not going to be close to that. Look at the record high set back in 2022 for this day of 10 degrees. Sun's going to set at 4:28 today. Mostly cloudy conditions for us. No weather statements, no warnings to be concerned about for today. Right now, as I said, we're sitting at -14 in Ottawa, in the Valley -16 in Pembroke, Kingston at -12, and Montreal at -13, so dropped a few degrees for you there in Montreal. Not going to get much warmer than that. Plenty of cloud coverage expected today throughout the region. Not a lot of moisture in those clouds, so we aren't expecting much in the way of precipitation. Might get some flurries in throughout the afternoon. There is a chance of that. And taking a look at our future cast, you can see there we had plenty of precipitation yesterday, but moving into tomorrow, we're looking at that system continuing to move eastward. And if you are flying into New York City, they got walloped yesterday as well. So you might want to check your flight status because they could have some delays due to backups from the inclement weather from yesterday. Taking a look at our wind forecast, it's going to be pretty windy today. We'll have gusts up to 60 kilometers today in through the afternoon, and then the wind will subside later tonight into tomorrow. So we are expecting to get up to a high of -11 today, so very cold indeed. And when you factor in the wind chill, it's going to feel closer to about -20. That's how it'll feel into the afternoon. Forecast high in Brockville, -9. Cornwall expecting a high of -10. Looking at Kittigan-Zibi, going up to -13 today. That's about as warm as it's going to get. Cloudy conditions throughout the region. -10, the forecast high for Montreal. So for Ottawa, looking at the long-range forecast, slight chance of a few flurries today, -11. And then New Year's Eve, Wednesday, cloudy sky, a high of -10. Wednesday night, New Year's Eve night, look at that, -22. So it is going to be bitterly cold overnight into New Year's Eve. New Year's Day, we're expecting a high of -13, so another very cold day. Looks like we'll be in the sunshine for Friday and a high of -9. Into the weekend, back to the cloud, a high of -11 on Saturday, -8 for your high on Sunday.
Weather brought to you by Yeckendorf Rashid. Experience, knowledge, and a commitment to excellence.
All right, let's check out your traffic. No major slowdowns to note. Traffic is moving smoothly on this Tuesday morning. I had so much fun for this next hit. I had the chance to stop by Ottawa's newest rock climbing spot to learn the ropes. Check it out. This is a cool place. We're here at Climate, aka K2. Jasmine, one of the co-owners how are you this morning? How can you be anything but inspired being around here? This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you. It's definitely an inspiring place to be. Lots of different, I don't know, people, folks doing different things. There's some kids studying in the background. There's people climbing. There's people working out. Folks in the cafe.
You've got something here for everyone. This is like over, what, 16,000 square feet, right?
Yep, about that. Closer to 17,000.
Okay, talk about climate.
Yeah. Climate started in Wakefield, Quebec in 2019, about 8 months before COVID hit. So we got off to a bit of a rocky start. Felt like we just had our feet on the ground when we got shut down.
So when did you open this gym here at the City Centre?
We have just been open a few months. We opened in September.
Wow. Yeah. How has it been going so far?
So far, so good. We've had actually overwhelmingly good feedback.
Oh, that's great.
Really well received from the climbing community and just actually the immediate community neighborhood.
Oh, that's great.
Pretty excited to have a space for kids to come climb or a new coffee spot. We actually have a full bistro menu, so really nice food. Smoothies, all healthy.
You've got everything, yeah. So when we're talking about levels of skill here, I'm not a climber. Can I come in here and learn or even just take to a wall, maybe an easy wall? Is it for all levels here?
Absolutely. So we do have a progressive grading system, and you'll see the little tags on the wall. Starts with a V1 and actually some monkey. Monkeys are specifically designed for kids to be accessible, the shorter ones.
Okay.
So you'll start at a V1 and it progresses all the way up to V10s. So essentially the V1s are really accessible, the holds are quite comfortable, we call those jugs.
Okay.
And then it progressively gets harder as you go up the grade levels.
So V1 to V10.
Yes.
Guess what? We're gonna start with V1. I'm gonna learn how to climb here. Let's do this. All right, David, you're gonna show me how this is done. Here we are at V1.
Yes. So this is a beginner problem, perfect for you.
Okay.
So the goal is to follow all the black holes all the way to the top and finish the problem. What I need to do is start 2 hands on that hole because there's 2 tape, and the lower 2 tapes are your 2 feet, 1 on each hole.
Oh, I see what you mean there.
And
so that's how you do it.
Yes.
And that's V1. That's the beginner?
Yes, it is. And I'm sure you'll be able to do it.
Okay.
Then you need to follow every black hole all the way to the last one.
All right, sounds good.
Good?
Okay, yeah. So I just get going?
Yes.
All right.
Go ahead.
Let's do this. Did I do it?
Yes.
Woo! Now how do I get back down? If you are having people over for New Year's Eve, but you haven't planned a thing, Daniela Krakow, she joins us this morning with some easy and impressive appetizers. Daniela Krakow is chef and founder of Chef, Holistic Chef. There you go. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Thank you for having me. No better time to use up leftover pieces from our Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
You know, if you have some last minute guests, I thought I would show you some quick, easy, and impressive appetizers. And we'll talk about what everyone is calling charcuterie. That isn't actually charcuterie.
Okay.
So charcuterie is a French word, and it means just meat.
Just meat.
And so when we're putting out these beautiful boards, if they have more than meat on them, they're technically not charcuterie.
Okay.
I love to call
noted.
it an abundance board or an antipasti.
I like
you know,
that.
A few different types of cheeses with different textures. I always like to have 3 or 4, maybe a soft, maybe a hard, and a strong flavored one. Always 1 or 2 bread options, whether it's a cracker or a bread. Something pickled, something crunchy, and 2 kinds of meats if you eat meat, of course. And then always a fruit. Something sweet.
You always put a fruit in there.
Yes, I've got a little fig in there.
Oh, wow.
So those are my rules for an abundance board.
I do love the name,
and then,
too, abundance. Something
for
for
little
everyone.
appetizers, I thought, what is simple and easy, and what do I have in my fridge right now?
Yes, yes.
So I love to do stuffed mushrooms. And I thought you could help me in showing everyone what we do.
Okay.
So I've already cleaned the mushrooms off. We don't wash mushrooms because they soak up water. We just wipe them with a paper towel or a cloth.
I did not
to get
know
the extra
that.
dirt off.
Okay.
We'll take the inside out.
Okay.
Pop it right off.
Just pop it off.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you have a little vessel for some filling.
Okay.
At home, I had some cottage cheese that I mixed with some.
What'd you do with this?
Caramelized onion.
Oh.
You could put cream cheese with sun-dried tomatoes. You could do any kind of grated cheese, really. And then some breadcrumb that we just dip the top in.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
And then you bake them in the oven at 350.
Look at that.
And you get these delicious, melty, cheesy.
How long do you bake it? Not
maybe
long at
15
all.
minutes
Oh, that's
for 20
wonderful.
minutes. And the flavor options are endless, right?
Yes.
If you don't eat cheese, you could use the vegan cheese. If you don't eat onions, you don't have to use caramelized onions. You can just add some garlic powder and some fresh parsley or something like that.
I love how you just pop it off the top
you can,
there.
and you can fill it
put
as
the
much as you want.
cheese. I'm going to go for a lot here, this second one, and then boom.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I love it. You
Just
could
put
also
that
use a
on there.
portobello mushroom to make it like a more meal size item. Or if you have a vegetarian coming for dinner and you don't have a vegetarian option, you could fill a portobello mushroom.
Mushrooms are magical.
They are magical. They're the only live food. They're still alive until we eat them.
Oh, I did not
because
know
they're
that.
fungus.
Look at our
super
holistic
fun.
chef here. Thank you so much,
Such a
Daniela, for
pleasure.
that. Okay, what else do you have?
We have some bacon wrapped dates. I love to get those juicy medjool dates.
So sweet and savory.
Sweet and savory. And then I had leftover bacon from Christmas. So I just wrapped it around, stuck a little toothpick in there, and baked them in the oven at 350 at the same temperature as the mushrooms.
Okay.
And then these guys are, let's be real here, a pre-purchased pie crust that I rolled out and cut into little pieces, shoved them inside my mini muffin tin.
Okay.
I cracked a couple eggs. Added some green onion, poured them in, and baked everything at 350.
And then you're good.
You're good.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
You didn't have to pull your hair out.
No.
These are things that are in the house, and I'm loving this.
Thank you. Abundance board.
This is the abundance board. Can I take just a little bit here?
Absolutely.
Okay. Holistic chef Daniela Croco.
Yep.
If people are like, hey, she's got some good ideas.
Where can they find me?
You?
They can find me in their neighbor's kitchen because I'm an in-home personal chef.
I love it.
But my business is Chef and mchef.com, Chef on Instagram, all of that stuff.
That's so great. I'm going to try this after the break here. But Daniela, this is so great. Thank you so much for coming on.
Such a
Loving all this
pleasure.
wonderful abundance of delicious food.
All the
You're
abundance is
awesome.
great.
This is so great. If you know of a great chef or restaurant you think we should feature on Your Morning Ottawa Kitchen, let us know. Email us at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam, and we will be right back after this short break. Good morning. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. A pretty cold start to your day. We're sitting at -14. It feels more like -25 when you factor in those wind gusts. A day to honor Indigenous women and girls. National Ribbon Skirt Day serves as a reminder to protect Indigenous cultures while supporting the resilience and strength of Indigenous people. Joining us today is Belle Bailey, Cultural Ambassador at Meadowkey Farm. Good morning to you, Belle.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so tell us about the significance of National Ribbon Skirt Day.
Yeah, of course. So where National Ribbon Skirt Day comes from is actually from a young girl of the name of Isabella Kulak, who's a member of the Cote First Nation. What was happening is she actually wore a ribbon skirt to school for one of the dress-up days that they had, and it was called a formal day in 2020. And she was actually belittled and shamed by school staff, saying that it wasn't formal enough and was asked to change. When she went back home to her family was very upset about this, so they took it to social media online expressing what had happened to Isabella. And through them bringing it online, it actually sparked a huge movement on social media leading to a passage of a bill in 2022, I believe it was, to recognize this important day formally.
What does the important day mean to you?
This day is really important to not only me, but Indigenous people all over the world. National Ribbon Skirt Day is an opportunity to honor the significance of ribbon skirts while also celebrating Indigenous culture, our resilience, and our identity. So therefore, it promotes cultural reclamation, self-determination, and it also helps in continued reconciliation by celebrating these powerful symbols of womanhood in our communities.
Belle, I'm wondering how non-Indigenous people can learn from this day. How can they take part?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it is a bigger picture for us to look about. Yes, we do have this day recognized now. I do believe that non-Indigenous people are more than welcome to wear ribbon skirts. However, I do encourage you to source your ribbon skirts by small Indigenous businesses, non-for-profits, and do your research as to where these ribbon skirts are coming from, right? This is very important for us to do.
How will you be celebrating Women's Ribbon Skirt Day today?
Oh, great question. I like to wear ribbon skirts in places that I'm going to get questioned wearing them, which is kind of a fun game I like to play. Something I did in 2021 was I did 30 days of ribbon skirts. One I am wearing today, and we can't see it, but I love to wear ribbon skirts in everyday life. Yes, they're for powwows. Yes, they're for ceremonial wear, weddings, etc. But we do wear them all the time whenever we want to. And it's to normalize Indigenous culture. This helps break down barriers and helps us move towards truth and reconciliation in Canada. So it's very important. And I just continue to wear my ribbon skirt, even if I feel uncomfortable, because that's important.
Belle, I know that we can't see your ribbon skirt, but you are wearing a ribbon skirt. Can you talk about the artistry behind the skirts? They're very, very detailed, colorful, beautiful skirts.
Yeah, for sure. So ribbon skirts are designed, they're all handmade, and it also depends on the wearer and the people making them. Each skirt tells a very unique story. It incorporates elements significant to the wearer, their family, and community. So they're worn by many different nations, including Anishinaabe, Métis, various Plains tribes, and they all have various designs and meaning to them. So they're very specific to that wearer and the family.
Cultural Ambassador Belle Bailey talking about National Ribbon Skirt Day, and we're really glad that you can take a moment to speak to us today. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. Have a nice day.
You too. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We will be back to wrap up the show.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford,
Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Thanks so much for joining us on Your Morning Ottawa on this Tuesday, December 30th. We're really glad you could do that. Today, it's going to be pretty cold out there. We're still sitting at -14, and right now, when you factor in the wind chill, it feels more like -25. So if you are heading out, we hope that you bundle up, stay safe, stay warm, and we will see you right back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Take good care.